Hey everyone, Sarah here from the blog StartSimpleAndStrong.com, and in today's video I'm sharing 5 easy tips to stop procrastination right now. I'm going to share with you the 5 easy tips that I personally use whenever I'm feeling like I'm procrastinating a task and I need to finish the task that I have to do. The first tip to stop procrastination right now is to break your task down into smaller chunks. For me, when I'm procrastinating a task, I find that one of the reasons why I'm procrastinating is it feels like it's such a big task to do, whatever it is I'm doing. So to illustrate, I wrote on my calendar, clean the oven. And I should have known this, but for me, cleaning the oven is a task I do not enjoy doing. And so I put it off, and lo and behold, I didn't get to it that week. What I should have done was broken down the task into smaller bite-sized chunks. A good example for me, let's go back to the oven, would be, okay, today I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes and I'm only going to tackle the door of the oven. If I have time or feel motivated, I'm going to then tackle the bottom of the oven, or maybe the sides of the oven, or maybe the top of the oven. I broke it down into smaller chunks, and sure enough, when I broke down cleaning the oven into 5 or 6 little steps within that task, I was more willing to tackle that task. So that's why I recommend the first most important step, which is to break down your task into smaller bite-sized chunks. The second tip I have for you to stop procrastination right now is to set a deadline for yourself. If you set a deadline for the task that you have to complete, and it's a reasonable deadline, you're more likely to get started on the task. So going back to cleaning the oven, I wrote down I needed to clean the oven only for 15 minutes, and that was it for the day. And that was my goal for the end of the day, was to clean the oven for 15 minutes. You could also share your deadline with a friend or a loved one. This also works well if you're someone who needs other people to help encourage you with whatever tasks it is you're working on. And sharing your deadline with someone definitely can help you. The third tip to stop procrastination right away is to set a timer. Set a timer for, let's say, 15 minutes of a task. And after 15 minutes, if you feel like working more on that task, then go for it. Or maybe you just feel like you're going to be done for the day. The fourth easy tip to stop procrastination right now is to check items off a list. I thoroughly enjoy crossing items off a list. It is something that definitely makes me feel accomplished and makes me feel like I've actually done what I set out to do for the day. And so the fourth tip is to check items off a list. The fifth tip I have for you today to stop procrastination right now is to earn a reward. So you went through all the tips that I recommended. You created smaller chunks, you made a deadline, you set a timer, and you're able to check items off a list. Well, once you're done with your task that you set out to do, give yourself a reward. It could be a phone call to a friend. It could be maybe reading a book for a little bit, maybe watching a show that you really enjoy. Reward yourself for a job well done, even if it's something small, even if it was a 5-minute task. Reward yourself for working hard and for getting your job that you needed to get done. If you would like more tips about easy ways to stop procrastination right now, I actually have a corresponding blog post that goes into a few more tips in detail, as well as expanding upon the tips that I just mentioned here. I want to say thank you so much for stopping by. I thoroughly enjoy sharing about homemaking routines for simple living. I'll see you next time. Bye.